Good afternoon, Asteroid Fight Club. How are you doing today? I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, the T. Just here to tell you, yeah, we're definitely kind of on super high red alert over the next 72 hours because anytime Venus and Mars start straight line dancing, especially with Pluto, you're going to get some weird energy. That is my opinion. You are totally welcome to disagree. Okie dokie. In an astrological sense, you still have Pluto, Venus, and Mars stacked on top of each other in the very final degrees of Capricorn. And so, the crazy shit that started when Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008 will be finishing up over the next year, and we can also call it the American Pluto return. And so the whole world, including the United States of America, has a lot on its plate right now. So do the best you can with the hand you've been dealt and the place you're at. Okie dokie. And super duper thank you to Shams, Greg, Wizard of Oz for your contributions yesterday. And I do a fundraiser every single month. I've only got $1,134 left to raise for my March fundraiser. And I'm up in DFW, just put my car in the shop. I have to get a brand new radiator because the thing was leaking. That'll be like $630. So today would be a great day to make a contribution if you'd like to help out THORnews. I would really appreciate it. And now let's get back to doing what we can to avoid World War III. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And now I may say some crazy shit that you may not want to hear, you may not agree with, but it's what I'm here for, is to put out sometimes points of view that other people don't see. Anyway, with all the crazy economic shit that is happening all over the world across many of the sectors, and with the prospect of $5 or $6 gasoline across a gallon, the US of A over the next month or two due to the Ukraine-Russia sanctions everything crisis, I gotta wonder if the actual purpose of the invasion was not to take over Ukraine, but to do something to really F up the American economy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we get to $6 gas across the board in the USA, our country couldn't handle that. And so China's been openly like, hey, we don't like America. Russia's been openly like, hey, we don't like America. And pretty much every cryptocurrency bro and ma'am is like, you know what? We hate the dollar. We want to destroy the dollar. We hate America. We want to destroy America. So if you had Russia, China, and the crypto bros and ma'ams doing what they could to destroy the dollar and America, this whole situation could fumble up and blow up in our face. Just letting you know, man. That's what I'm here to do. That's worst case scenario, but these are strange days indeed. All right, let's talk about simpler stuff that is still dangerous, but easier to understand. There's a 5.7 earthquake in Mexico today. Originally, they said it was a 6.2. It happened in Nopalapan, Mexico. But then they downgraded it to a 5.7. And then you had a 5.2 down in Panama. So this region is definitely active. And anytime you get decent sized quakes up and down here, you kind of got to watch the rest of the plate to see how things happen. Am I making any sense? All right. And now we're looking into weather coming up. Some severe, some snowy, some icy, some rainy, and then some possibly floody starting up in the next day or two. And then we will have anywhere from 8 days to 2 weeks of wild weather with a little bit of everything. Here you're looking at the next 48 hours of mixed precipitation. You're getting rain in SoCal and all parts of California, and Sierra Nevada getting some snow, and then Idaho, Wyoming, y'all, Montana, you guys are getting snow as well. And then that looks like a whole lot of ice moving through the Dakotas, parts of Illinois, and possibly Wisconsin and Minnesota. The Laughing Mantis said, public service announcement. If you haven't focused on the NVIDIA leaks, and NVIDIA is like everybody's laptop, if you have a PC, and you work with any defense in-depth teams, please take time today for ones. It appears NVIDIA driver signing controls and certs were leaked and private API that allows for potential abuse. Attackers are already planning to use this. So yeah, if you have a PC, then it could be compromised. I guess that's all I'm trying to say here. Endgame WW3 saying Chinese state news reporting that Russian President Vladimir Putin says that Ukraine neo-Nazis opened fire on Chinese students, injuring 2. And Putin, while invading and bombing Ukraine, is now saying, hey, he will destroy this anti-Russia created by the West. And I'm like, what? But yeah, any oil is like a big deal, man. And like if people get into conspiracy theories, you could say that a grand conspiracy theory is to do a bunch of crazy shit just to always keep oil as close to $100, if not more, as possible. That could have been the whole entire economic scheme of the last 20 years, that everything is happening, like its sole purpose is just to keep oil anywhere close to $100 a barrel. Anyway, was it talking about it? It's a weird day, man. Daniel Lacala, real oil prices and recessions. Careful, oil prices are a symptom of broader problems, not a cause of recessions. And so think of it all. How many economic problems have we actually faced since 2008? Remember in 2008, all they really did was throw a bunch of cash at all the banks. And then when the pandemic came, they came and threw a bunch of cash at people. And throw money at problems doesn't always solve them. Anywho, a lot of times when you get big spike ups in oil prices, you get, problems that follow soon after. And so we are definitely in a tumultuous time together, yo. But yeah, oil prices haven't been this volatile since the peak of the financial crisis. And it's a lot of people are in plan B or plan C right now. So pray for peace and keep it together and stay cool. We will make it through the next few days, even though they're probably going to be pretty wild. GV Kravarik has some ideas on how to survive a possible nuclear attack. But as with Asteroid Fight Club, we've been trying to avoid World War III since we started this club 9 years ago. And I always say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But yeah, a lot of reports have come out that said China knew Russia was going to invade, that they had had discussions about it way beforehand. And now, so China stocked up on like corn and soybeans and a lot of things, wheat, way before all of this shit happened. And now, China's buying up tons of U.S. corn and tons of soybeans as Ukraine war roils trade. Remember, China built up, helped farm the majority of all the Bitcoin, and then they absolutely banned it, which leaves the dollar incredibly exposed to Tether, a stable coin, which is not backed 1-to-1 per dollars, which kind of allows them to just kind of print at will. And it is not the main cause of inflation, but I can guarantee you it is helping inflate everything. Anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of unstable shit. If a service isn't end-to-end encrypted by default, it isn't safe. Yep. I'm calling on Twitter and Telegram to protect their users globally by encrypting their messaging services as soon as possible. I would almost guarantee you YouTube allows some damn holes. And so a lot of that data gets leaked out, or not only leaked out, but they are hacking in and stealing a lot of people's money and views and shit. But they've been doing that for a while. Anyway, I'm talking way too much today. But there are reports that giant convoy of 4 miles of trucks and tanks by Russia near Kyiv got hit pretty hard today on day 8 of the war. So the Ukraine Air Force is still flying around. Yeah, dude, I said prayers that for peace, and then I said prayers that my car would cost under $200 damn dollars to repair it. But I need a new radiator. No, that's not my car. That was just at the shop. And I was like, hey, that's a cool car. It's a good day to be grateful. There are 1 million refugees and counting. Like I said, I drove north to hang out with my mom, get a hug in case there is World War III. And so I'm grateful, and hopefully things will improve. Remember, the whole astrological new year doesn't start until the 20th. So we have 17 days left in 2021. And you know how shitty this year's been, am I right? All right, 3 days from now, up in these states, you'll be on the lookout for possible tornadoes, straight line winds. We're talking about you, Iowa. And I'm sure this is probably Wisconsin. And then this state right here looks like it might be Missouri. And then the day after that, the danger zone moves south. Do you see that? That will be down here in like Arkansas, Louisiana. Or maybe that one's Missouri. Oh, Missouri's going to be in the zone twice? I don't know. I'm just talking to myself, I guess. All right, let's check out the models on the GFS just for the basic run. Here we're starting over at the 3rd. You can see around the 5th is when things will really start to get moving as you get a storm that'll be a landicane that'll hit 994, and then it'll have a big trailing moisture pocket behind it, and then you got a moisture packet behind it right there that would lead into a wet kind of piss-ass nor'easter. And then you get the other nor'easter we're watching on the 13th. So basically, from the 5th to the 13th, you would have a lot of storms. And then on the 16th, you get your next one. Look at this thing. Wow. That would be bad. I'm not 100% sure that thing is going to verify because it's still like 12, 13 days out. But this would be quite a few storms from the period of the 5th to the 17th. Let's look at it again, shall we? You and I right there. Bing, bang, boom. Decent amount. There can definitely be some flash flooding there. And then you get one that follows after it. And then you got the snow coming down to meet up. And then you got another little, hey, boom, nor'easter on the 13th. We'll have to watch that one because that one goes in and out as far as how serious and strong it can be. But then check out the 17th, man. If this 17th storm verifies, nobody knows right now because 17 is long days away, especially in this modern age. But I'm just saying that right there is a red alert. We'll have to continue to watch. But the worst of the storms for March, we are getting into the Ides of March, buddy. Could be definitely around the middle of the month or even at the end of the month. All we know is that it will be severe weather season soon. And so, yeah, shit gonna get crazy, man. Tell me, Hank, why do you drink? Why do you roll smoke? Why must you? Hey, dude, I don't need no spinning gray circle thing. I was singing. That was probably bad enough. Anyway, we were watching what is going to be happening in Europe because the models have been pumping out some crazy shit around the 13th as well for over there. And so it looks like they will be getting a pretty nasty spell. They were pretty much on alert. Look at that thing that just kind of spins around. Now, each model run has been different and weird for Europe around the 13th-ish. And so, yeah, man, March is probably going to be a pretty wild month. That would be my guess. And there's a lot we can talk about, and we probably will talk about. And so I'll be here for y'all. That's what I do. Crazy days ahead, man. For sure. What is that giant low system that just kind of rolls around? What a world. But we know the future is going to be interesting, and the future is now. Hey, would you look at that? Jeff Beamish is not squeamish about rain coming into Santa Rosa. This is California. Ooh, rain. Rob Maeda just giving us a bit of a look at the possible rain for California today. It does look like some will be into South California, but the majority of what is left for today will probably go into North California. I mean, there'll still be snow around, I imagine. You know, I think this is Oklahoma, or was Oklahoma. But yeah, civilization seems a bit unstable right now, you know? And the best you can do is just stay cool and be cool and keep a sense of humor and be grateful to God and anything good in your life. As the thing about life, it can almost always get worse and it can almost always get better. And so you could look at everything on the surface, or you could try to look at all the underlying stuff, or you can even look at the Plutonian underworld. Remember, Pluto has the Pluto, Mars, Venus. It's very underworldian. It's like war, underworld, values, and enjoyment. Although with Venus being trapped between Pluto and Mars, I don't think she's too happy right now. Yo, Betty and the Jets. What am I talking about? I don't know. Whatever Joe Martucci, where planes fly. The jet stream is right over us. Clouds and storms usually fly with the jet, which explains today so far. Then we got a direct feed from the U.S. to Santa's house at the North Pole. Get ready for mid-January chill tonight. Friday, the upper ridge comes later. I think he's talking to the Northeast. Yep. Oh, yeah, the arrow's pointing towards it. He's talking to y'all. Yeah, out of the pandemic, into the fire. What is it? Out of the fire, into the pan? In the frying pan? I don't know. Putin on the hits, Putin on fire. quotations, desperate, Bitcoin's total value is now worth more than Russia's own cryptocurrency. Clint Coach is like, hey, the SEC scrutinized the NFT market over illegal crypto token offerings. Hey, they discovered a new comet, but it's pretty damn non-exceptional. So am I wasting your time telling you about it right now? Maybe, so I'll shut up about it. And remember, Asteroid Fight Club, asteroids are a metaphor for anything that can collapse civilization, and literal asteroids are a metaphor for asteroids, which can collapse civilization. But it is always kind of a decent look. It's like how crazy shit is the near-Earth asteroids. And so look at all the near-Earth asteroids that have come by since the end of February, since the 26th point, and there's been quite a bit of asteroid action in the last 4 or 5 days, 6, 7, since the invasion started. So yeah, it's been crazy. So congratulations for being cool and awesome through it all. Okie dokie. Pat yourself on the shoulder, and you can definitely have an extra cupcake if you want. And so we had the Tonga volcano eruption on the 5th of January. We had 2 comets fly into the sun, and then the sun explode in a major massive coronal mass ejection on the 15th of February. And I'm having my own personal watch for the 15th date of March. Will anything major happen? I don't know. But sometimes there are trends and patterns that make no sense but still happen anyway. And so we will be keeping an eye out for pretty much keeping on red alert all month, ma'am, y'all. All right, stay cool. So pray for miracles. Oh, and if you'd like to be my miracle, I've only got $1,134 left to raise for March. And I didn't hit my goal last month, and now I got car trouble, so hopefully I will do really well this month. But who knows? But you can make a contribution through my mailbox, my PayPal, my Venmo, my CashApp, my Patron. And I got to say absolutely thank you to Asteroid Flight Club. You guys always show up and take good care of me when I need you. So thank you for that, and I try to show up and take good care of y'all. So thank you to all of Asteroid Fight Club, to Shams, Greg, Wizard of Oz, the Texas Angel, Alexis, Dan, Ann, Bruce, Patricia, Max, KJ, Brian, Marlita, Lightsoul, Glenda, Barbara, Richard, Lauren, and hey, let me say this if I can. If you are a hater or a hacker who is very upset with me for any reason these days, man, I didn't do shit to you. That you are just feeling displaced aggression. Okay? So try and buck up and be cool. Maybe you'll draw better luck to yourself. Okay, great. God bless everyone. Stay cool. Talk to y'all soon. This video is 17 minutes. Okay, great. God bless everyone. Stay cool. Did I hear say it? I did. I said it again.